Royal in our second semifinal of the day, or second quarterfinal of the day. It's not the semifinals. I'm so excited for Saturday.
It's
not
I'm
even
here
happening.
normally on Saturday.
You are.
Yeah.
Paul. Your presence is astounding. You're a forward-thinking man, and so already at 30 seconds into the game, we're going to see an immediate invade. Royal taking away the Sage buff for Nova.
Yes, indeed. And we see iFlex here going in as well, trying to bring the Sage Golem on the other side, but not committing nearly as hard as the side of Royal here. The decisive initiation there from Royal made a big difference there as they were able to snipe that out, which is really going to slow down the jungling here on the side of Team Nova. That's interesting here because Royal just didn't Nova just didn't want to overcommit. And in the end, they ended up just not getting anything for it. A straight win for Royal.
And this is where you see Royal having an immediate form of success. They're going to end up getting triple buff, 3 of the 4, because they were able to rotate immediately on the backside. Ganja, in the meanwhile, is gonna looks like he's actually gonna be playing that roam Wonder Woman, not something that we see too often, but with the slow as well as the lasso that she has, does provide support despite the fact that she's not going to be able to have the gold efficiency.
Oh, that was so funny. You see Zenio looking to rotate in to get the Malleus and find the stun. It's like, no, get back here. No, don't take my Alice. And he's just like, I'm going to do it anyway. And that was great. Ended up missing the stun, but there was enough damage there in either case. So Royal opening up so strong here in game number 1. iFlex and crew need to rally here. They need to make sure that they're not getting too confident against their opponents.
And the first kill actually goes into the Tulin as well. The quicker that you can get that Orb of the Magi in this game, allowing the stacking to happen earlier, is going to make your mid-game power spike that much quicker, which is certainly going to help the members of Royal, as now this early Abyssal Dragon is going to be able to be taken by them. You're going to have a little bit of a rotation. iFlex is going to try to go in, but just like that, Lady Kappa and that Lindis will pick up that first Abyssal Dragon. So Royal already creating a very efficient early game.
Yeah, and forcing out the heal there from iFlex as well. Ooh, that is not a position they want to be in to start off this game. Royal, this is the opening they needed to find here. Again, we know that Nova can have success in the early game and they struggle in the late game. So with their struggling in the early game as well, that is not a good position for them. I like the pressure that Royal is putting on them.
And being able to mitigate some of the arguably weaker early game that Alindis has compared to other individuals, giving her time to scale it, giving her time to get those couple items. Earlier she gets the Scorching Wind, the better off things are going to be.
It is indeed. I mean, once you can start to get that attack speed rolling, get those stacks up in the jungle, she can then start to come out and do even more damage here. And that Lindis, we know when she does get stacked, when she starts to get that crit coming online, she can just rip apart her opponents here. But of course, we cannot deny Dark playing that Violet. Violet, there's a reason she's one of the most highly contested marksmen in the game. She's gonna be a huge factor here, Jump. I'm sorry, I caught you taking a sip of water.
Yeah, you caught me taking a sip of water. You did that one on purpose.
No, I did not. I did not look over.
Dark made me a little thirsty. I can't deny it.
Yeah, is his play is gonna keep you parched? Is that it?
We're not gonna go there. 3.5 minutes in the game. 2,000 gold lead over in favor of Royal. A lot of that going into the hands of their kill, as well as that early Abyssal Dragon. As Ganja on this Roam Wonder Woman. We haven't seen Roam Wonder Woman in the Valor series too often, but in the right hands, good things are going to happen. And there's the right hands that we are talking about. Sebka will find himself very low. It's going to be an early kill, and again, a kill going into the hands of the Lindis. Super important. Not only are they going to get the kill, but the rotation's going to happen and come up. They're going to get themselves a tower in the process. I love this. Sebka, I said this time and time again, he is such a strong side laner, one of the better side laners in EU, in my opinion. When he's able to just play his game, when you let him sit in that 1v1 position, he does great. But when you try and shut that down, and when you are successful in shutting that down, that is what the side of Royal needs to do here. They look to try and come in here and snipe this. Not able to find it, but yes, the support Wonder Woman coming in with that roam with the pick. I actually really liked the decision of Royal. They knew, okay, we're not going to be able to get this dragon, so let's do as much damage onto the enemy turret as possible. They're able to take it down to 33% HP, so trading resources, MOBAs, specifically Arena Valor, is a living game of chess. Moves and counter moves, outplaying your opponent. And they've been able to do just that. They lost themselves an Abyssal Dragon, but got themselves a turret and a half in the process. Yeah, and then securing themselves another one at the bottom as well. That is huge. Royal right now is one step ahead of Nova to start this game.
we were really looking at this and we're like, man, Nova needs to come out here. They need to have a solid early game. They need to try and carry this through. Well, Royal's like, nah, you don't get any momentum in this game at all. They are already forcing back, taking all of these tier 1 towers here, and almost no structural damage has been done for Nova.
But to the benefit of Nova, it's not as big of a gap as what a team like Team Noob creates. It's incremental victories, which those incremental victories have turned into a 4,000 gold lead, but Royal hasn't taken too much just yet. So Nova is going to have to make sure that they stop the bleeding because we are at 5 minutes, 45 seconds, and the outer ring has already been destroyed.
The outer ring has gone down in D-Jump, and again, this Wonder Woman play has been so phenomenal. We hyped up Ganja time and time again. Once again, Sepka stepping too far forward. That is not the place to be, friend. The tower, the kill. Royal always, coming into this mid-game, has found one and the other, and now the Darkslayer is up as well. The timing on this is perfect. They could actually maybe look to get an early Darkslayer here if they're feeling confident.
Sivka does not find himself in an advantageous position. Omen, despite the power that he has on that side lane, needs those items to get rolling. The members of Royal not deciding to go for that Darkslayer. Instead, they're going to rotate to the bottom side of the map. They're going to create a little bit of extra pressure onto iFlex. They want towers in Virum.
They want towers and they want kills. The lasso there. Leedy Kappa, the way he's able to use his passive to get in and out of these bushes, getting those double autos off, just chunked down the Malik. Oh my, that was beautiful. And then once again, a kill and a turret, getting them time and time again. Perfect play from Royal.
Meanwhile, as 4 members were on the bot side, Hakai does a good job at pushing the minion wave up in the mid, so another rotation is able to happen. Pre-7 minutes, and 6 of the 9 towers of the game are gone in favor of Royal, and so they're going to be able to back out. They're going to be able to secure themselves another Abyssal Dragon, and it's point by point extremely efficient of objective control coming out of Royal.
Royal is looking so clean in game number 1. They are just not making any mistakes. 4 kills, but look at the gold lead. More than 7K gold lead here at the 7-minute mark. That is absolutely phenomenal for them. This is, I think, the best Team Royal we've seen yet.
And with all the turrets down, with all the minions pushed up, what is next on the menu? It's going to be Darkslayer that's going to be chopped up and served fresh for the members of Royal.
Yeah, maybe a best dish best served cold, though. I think they would maybe like that one here. But no, they're going to bring it in hot and spicy is Royal to start this off right now, getting that additional buff, getting this additional pressure, and all the while shutting down Nova. And I think a big factor is Sepka, especially playing a hero that is meant to solo, is meant to win that 1v1 matchup, to get that ult, to get the kill. They have never allowed him to face only one opponent at a time.
And the best part about this is they don't have to acquire a lot of kills. They don't have to go in too crazy. But just as I say that, Ganja will find himself out just a little bit too much. The heals are going to come, but it's not going to be enough. Restless picks up his first.
Hakai is there trying to get the save there, but that is not going to be enough. Pulling them back, getting onto the high grounds, trying to stand strong through all of it, but able to get that kill there is the side of Nova. As you said, their first one here of the game. And a lot of this came down to that Preda damage. It came in huge there. Combine that with the true damage that iFlex is bringing to the table right now. And we do have Nova finding something here. However, their high ground turrets already have health.
It is little by little the members of Royal are whittling down the defenses of Nova. Again, 6 turrets in under the 6-minute mark. It is efficiency, and because of that efficiency and the gold lead that they've acquired, the damage that they have, iFlex is one of the main frontline tanks, and he was whittled down to 25% HP in a matter of seconds. As Denalians and the other members of Royal are continuing to push themselves off, iFlex is going to have to use that ultimate to go in, force the rebuttal just to clear the wave.
Yeah, that is huge. That is a strong commitment for there from the side of Nova, and now they won't be able to find that big engage. If they want to do that, that's fine, but commit to that. Go in. There are only 2 members there as well, and now Leedy Kappa is free to take a dragon of his own through all of this, only furthering the lead that Royal has built for themselves here going into this mid to late game. And now we see Nova in full turtle mode. They need to try and make a play here. They need to try and get a pick. I'm really looking for Restless, because at this point, he's that main source of damage.
They're going to have to find some way to get anyone in the back line. Talented player in the meanwhile is going to try to get a little this and that, but Restless will pick up another kill. So despite these aggressive maneuverings that Royal is trying, the wave clear and the damage of the back line of Nova are keeping them alive.
They're just throwing bodies at the problem. They want this high ground turret because all the while they're split pushing in the bottom as well. But slowly, surely, Royal knows, yeah, we can give up a kill here or there, but we're going to get these turrets. It is a war of attrition. But one thing we haven't really talked about a lot so far is the hissy fit coming in from the side of Nova, able to shut that down, deny a lot of this aggression. I think they didn't really appreciate the Alice in the early game, but she's finally starting to hit her stride.
Despite the stride that we think they're hitting, the members of Royal are still up a minimum of 1.5 thousand gold on their side. You take a look at the carry. Lady Kappa, 7,500 gold, has already completed 3 items. Scorching Wind, Frost Cape, and that Rank Breaker. Lots and lots of damage.
That is a lot of damage, and it's only going to further here as they're able to get and cycle these dragons. That's huge. Once you get your opponent pushed in, you can then just farm the map with impunity. Yeah, you're pushing all these waves in, but you get every jungle camp in the game, and that is massive. The hissy fit actually being blown a little bit earlier there to actually just shut down the creep wave completely, not even allowing it to
deadly.
Reach. That's actually huge though for them.
The cooldowns on the hissy fit are at level 10, not as much as what they might want to be. Hasn't been able to get her 3rd point into that skill, as little bit of damage. And again, it's a whittle this, it's a whittle that, but one more little push, you can see as this next minion wave coming in, this could be very close, this turret, this tower going down very low.
Yes, it is. The hissy fit denying this aggression. iFlex grew. Hokai, oh, looking for the Malleus there, not able to find it, but it is Sebka who's already getting quite low here. But look at the push across the map. Lubu, Zenial, going back to these OG side laning positions. Just look at the crash happening right now for the side of Team Royal. They're actually doing a great job themselves of controlling this overall macro play. Sakai and friends are going to go in. Sebka, once again, they know they did a great job of shutting him down early. He does not as tanky as he wants to be, and they are exploiting that time and time again.
But this is where things are working out in favor of Nova. The longer they can stall out this game, the longer they can give the time for Dark, for Restless to get those items onto Violet as well onto the Praetor respectively. Things could start working out in their favor, but they're going to have to make sure that the rotations are on point, because now we're seeing a nice little 1-3-1 split push coming out of Royal. They understand, okay, these 5-man, these 4-mans aren't working. Let's create a little bit of a cross-map pressure. They do decide to back off, however, get themselves another Abyssal Dragon, 12,000 gold at the 12-minute mark.
They're really just playing the waiting game at this point. They know that they still have a fairly comfortable item advantage here. They have the 12,000 gold lead, and they're going to look towards the Darkslayer. That is their win condition here. If they can keep the side of Nova contained for the next couple minutes, and that starts to respawn, able to just farm these dragons on cooldown, they are going to be at a point where it doesn't really matter how farmed those key members of Nova are. They will just wear them down with the sheer weight of the gold that they are carrying on their backs throughout all this. And as I say that, look at the posturing towards the Darkslayer. It is spawning in a minute. This is exactly what Royal's looking to do.
This is where Royal can finally get where they wanted to be. They pushed themselves up. They got a little bit of damage extra, 25% HP on the high ground turret on the mid lane. One push with the Darkslayer could spell disaster, as now I like this decision, trying to get themselves a little bit of a camp. Use the bait of that Lindis to potentially lure a member or two of the Nova team into their jungle, as they meanwhile farm themselves up. 4 of the 5 members already at level 15. At 13 minutes, level 13, level 12 for Y01, level 14 for iFlex. So experience, gold, everything is in Royal's favor.
Everything is in their favor right now, but they need to be able to execute with it. They need to find the late game here, because the point of contention that is that Darkslayer is about to respawn. And luckily at this stage in the game, Lintus is actually going to look to just try and take that all by her lonesome. If you're the side of Nova, you need to fight this. You need to contest this. If you give this away for free, that is your win condition gone. They see all the members here in the bottom lane trying to fight Hakai. They realize they can commit the full body there onto that Darkslayer.
But he's too tanky. He's so tanky at this stage in the game.
Crucial misstep for the side of Nova. They needed to fight there. They needed to hope that Royal would throw Pit onto that, but no, not happening. And now the Darkslayer buff is here. This is the last thing. This is the nail in the coffin for Nova.
This is where Nova needs to make the decision as a group to fight. If you back off, if you play too passive, you're going to lose. So you might as well try to risk yourself in a team fight. You might try as well to see if you can potentially catch someone up. Restless is at the point where he has a little bit of extra damage. You've got a little bit of poke coming out of Dark as well. If Y01 can get off a good hissy fit and the members of Royal misstep, Nova might have a chance.
Nova might have a chance, but it is a slim one here as Ganja is going in, stepping the bracelets of submissions are there, but the mid tower is going down as well. So this is the pressure of the cross map, the split push that we do see that Royal is bringing to the table right now. They do have exact exactly what they came for here, and no member. Actually, they did give up the Wonder Woman there, but not the end of the world here. They need to make sure they don't give up any more kills. Nice engage there going in from Talented Player, though, finding the knock up there and not able to find the kill there onto Sebka. This is actually huge for them right now, getting that crucial kill, pushing in onto the high ground here. They have the minions. This could be another high ground turret jump.
They're going to get themselves a little bit of pressure on the bot side. Meanwhile, you're going to have Lady Kappa on the top, trying to get all of that extra pressure. Rustus will do a good job on the rebuttal to get himself a damaged piece. But what did we talk about? That high ground tower in the mid side.
This Dark Slayer buff is doing so much work, allowing them to get pressure across the board because they're able to just clear those waves so darn fast. Only 5 kills to 3 though, Jump. This has been a surprisingly low death game as they're pushing it now. Look at their second high ground turret.
Look at that damage.
Oh man, this is massive as iFlux is going in, trying to defend, but it's not enough.
Blue defense tower has been gone. They'll lose their life in the process, but all the meanwhile, they will end up still securing themselves their second high ground tower. Wave is going to be pushing on the top side of the map. They don't have their carries. Talented Player and Lady Kappa are going to be on a 30 and 35 second respawn respectively, but it is going to be a simple yet another domino fall in favor of Royal as they have found themselves in quite a hefty lead at 16 minutes.
They would have to actively try and lose this game at this stage. They are so far ahead. Nova has not been able to find even the smallest of footings, not a crack to put a fingernail in to try and claw themselves out of this deficit at this stage of the game. Nova, I think they really needed to start looking towards game number 2 at this stage. Yeah, they can try and mount a clutch defense on the core, but they have such a high mountain to climb.
It wasn't until the inner and the outer towers were destroyed that Nova was able to pick up a kill. Their first kill was on a tower dive coming out of Talented Player. So the members of Nova do not have the opportunities right now to get themselves built up. You've got a 15,000 gold deficit, and spread among those 5 players for Royal are creating too much of a disadvantage for Nova. 2 high ground towers defeated, 1 down at less than 50% HP, and so it becomes a simple slow push of the wave. You can see the slow push being built up by Talented Player. He's last hitting the top side of the wave to build up as many minions as he can to be able to make sure that they have the maximum amount of minions available to push in and give just enough protection to finish off that tower.
They're really just trying to get the crash going in perfect unison here. You said it again there. They're just really trying to line this up as best they can. But I have to look towards the side of Nova, and I have to look to Dark. He has been far too quiet this game. This is not the Violet that we know and love, half-healthing people from across the map. This is what I want to see right now, or it feels like across the map anyway. Her poke has just not been a factor here as they're looking to try and engage. Talented Player with the knock of the red star, and the heal is going to be there. They are going to knock down the tower as well, but Preda, with trying to line up the damage, is able to do quite a bit of damage to the backline as well. Nova's actually trying to rally here under the core. Hakai and Crew stepping forward, though. iFlux is, though, it's being the splitter here, trying to separate the team, but all the while Lady Kappa is just running them apart here. The shield is there. Nicely done from the side of Royal, from the side of Nova, I should say. They lose a tower, but they get some kills.
It's a great job by Royal to understand that they weren't going to be able to win that fight. So they had extra spacing than what you would usually see by their backline, explicitly because they knew, all right, we're going to try to get some damage off. Hakai might be able to get out, but we got the high ground tower. We got what we came for.
It all came down to Restless and the fact that they didn't respect the damage that he was bringing to the table because they didn't mind, because all the while their core is just getting chunked away there. Royal's like, that's fine. We'll take a little bit of a loss here because we're winning everywhere else right now. And really, a lot of this just comes down to the fact that, yeah, Royal is making some small, tiny mistakes, but they're still getting what they want. They're playing this the smart way. They're not just looking to get crazy and end. They're just going to look to do what they need to win.
And what do they need? And they need just one more objective to fall. That objective, of course, being the ever-elusive core. But with the core already having damage from taken, it does regen very slowly. However, it's just one more push could be enough for Royal. 55 seconds left remaining on that Dark Slayer. They could decide to use it if they so want, but it looks like instead they are just going to push themselves down the mid lane. 3 super minions per wave. All the onslaught. You can see already.
How long it takes to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That is not where they want to be right now. And almost a 20K gold difference coming in now for the side of Team Royal. This is all almost about the crying, basically, here. And we look now, teams, playing to not lose versus playing to win. And I felt like the back half of this game was just Nova playing to not lose, thinking maybe we can carry. maybe we can get there. They can't get there. It has been shown time and time again that at this stage, Royal just has too much built up. The team in this position, they're able to just get so much. You've got to play for the hyper late game, 25-minute plus here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Royal realizes it's a timer, and now they're sitting in a bush. If they find somebody caught out here, oh, this could be huge.
The Dark Slayer's there, but Weiser won't find him. Hello! A hissy fit might not be enough. You're going to have just enough of a heal, but iFlex is going to have to be forced to allow them to disengage. Dark, in the meanwhile, is trying to kite themselves back with Reckless. He has a lot of damage, and so does Dark in the process. So they're able to get themselves back. Hakai and Sevka will find themselves done. So it was a 1-for-1 trade, but Royal will still find themselves on that Dark Slayer.
They are, and they will secure themselves that buff there. Nicely done there. This is the turn they need, and now we have Zenial able to enter the fray going in. The lasso is there on the wall trying to find Restless, and that is the charge to the Wonder Woman. Restless, the melee, the follow-up is there. The damage, iFlex not able to peel the true damage onto Ganja is there, but oh no, look at all the damage following onto the core. The Super Minions are here, and Jump, I believe that will be it. I believe that will likely be game number 1. Royal would have to pull off the most masterful defense. They are trying their best. Lady Kappa and crew there are going in, getting those autos onto the core, and with that, it is going to be GG. Team Royal in convincing fashion, taking game number 1.